All right, listen, you're sitting in a room with a man in a lab coat. He tells you this is a simple memory test. There's a person in the next room, wired to a machine. Every time they get an answer wrong, you have to push a button that delivers an electric shock. The first mistake, the shock is mild, barely a tickle. The person on the other side of the wall laughs it off.
Cloud, horse, rock, house. Answer. Wrong.
But as they keep messing up, the voltage increases, 100 volts, 200 volts. They start screaming, 300 volts. They're begging you to stop, 400 volts, silence. You turn to the man in the lab coat saying, I don't think I can keep doing this. He doesn't yell at you, he doesn't threaten, he just says,
The experiment requires you continue, teacher. Please continue.
and most people did.
I can't stand the pain. Let me out of here.
Can't stand it. I'm not going to kill that man, eh? I mean, who's going to take the responsibility if anything happens to that gentleman? I'm responsible for anything that happens here. Continue, please. All right, next one. Slow. Walk, dance.
This was the Milgram experiment, run by psychologist Stanley Milgram in 1961. And it wasn't about memory, like he said. It was about obedience. See, after World War II, the world was asking, how could so many ordinary people follow orders to commit such atrocities on people? Milgram wanted to test the question in a controlled setting, so he recruited volunteers. Teachers, construction workers, nurses, just regular people, and put them in that chair. The other side of the wall, the test subject that was answering the question was part of the test. They were on the side of Milgram. They knew what the test was all about. And here's the part that should scare you. 65% of them pressed the button all the way to 450 volts, even when they thought the person on the other side of the wall that was in on it was unconscious or dead. But the real horror, none of them wanted to do it. They hesitated. They questioned. Some even cried. But when the man in a white coat standing calmly behind them told them to continue, they did. Because when authority speaks, something in us just listens. So if you were in that chair, would you have stopped or would you have kept pressing the button? Because almost everyone thinks they'd say no, and almost everyone is wrong.
375 volts. I think something's happened to that fellow in there. I don't get no answer. He was hollering for less voltage. Can't you check in to see if he's all right, please?